in which it was said, Al-an inkasara dhahri, for example, on Abu al-Fadl al-Abbas, that now my backbone is broken. And also Al-Hussein was narrated, for example, by Hamid ibn Muslim and others, when Al-Akbar, for example, fell, فَظَهَرَ الْإِنْكِسَارُ عَلى الْحُسَيْنِ, and Al-Hussein was heartbroken. So, as narrations, yes, they are there. So now what do we have to say about them? We say that Imams are infallible and they're great in every way, shape, and form. So how does this, action, crying, for example, being heartbroken, show up, even if they know that they are going to gain martyrdom and they're going to the thereafter in the best way, shape, and form? The answer to that may not be what you think. Yes, they are human, but we believe that even what they feel as humans is something that is subject to God's will. So it is, even if Imam Hussein cries, he's not crying like we cry, and not even for the reason that we cry. So, him, Al Hussein, seeing that with the martyrdom of every friend and every clansman and every brother and every son, he is feeling the pain. But these tears are not necessarily because of that pain. It is because of a greater pain that he is feeling within his heart, which is what? Which is seeing the Ummah, the Islamic nation that the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his family has built with his own hand, with blood, with steel and sweat. All of this going to ruins because of those. Al-Imam al-Hussein, even though if he cries for a reason. Even his holy tears are a part of worship. So we cannot say that the tears and the pain and the breakage of his back was purely out of sentiment and purely out of the human emotions that he has. But no, they have other projections for later on. When he says, Al-an kasara dhahri, now my backbone has been broken, here he is showing us by the sentiment that he is sharing that this action is that happened upon Al-Abbas and also his other family members is the thing that will break the back of Islam even in the future. Look now into this day and age, what is happening around us. Just recently, just yesterday, I believe, or the day before, there was a great explosion next to the shrine of a Sayyidah Zainab, salamullahi alayha. Right or not? So here, people are using the name of Allah, the name of God, the name of religion to kill people, or on the basis that they are infidels. These people that they call infidels all say Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, all say Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam. So this is the breakage of the back of Imam al-Hussein, seeing people conflicting in the name of religion falsely. If you are going to have a conflict, you must make sure 100% that this conflict is per what God has intended and not otherwise. So we need to all fight the fallacies and fight all the falsehoods and fight all the sin that is within this world. Not fight people that are Muslim, but rather even mu'min in the name of God. So within the narration of everything that has happened in Karbala, yes, Al Hussein and his progeny were all human, they had sentiment, but even though that, we believe, as core beliefs, as Shiites, that even in the most extreme parts of horror, of pain, even in that, Al Hussein was composed, and all the emotions that he was showing, they were messages for us, subliminal messages that were deep within Karbala. And صلوا على محمد وآل محمد. الله صل على محمد. تفضلوا مولانا سيدنا. مولانا المجلس ما يكمل إذا ما تجون، ما يكمل بعد المجلس. تفضلوا مولاي. الله يعزكم. ثاني على حب الزهراء. الله صل على محمد. ثالثة على حب الحسنين وأبناء الحسنين. الله. تفضلوا غاتي، أكو مجال همه. أكو. تفضلوا. So the resulting thing is that if you look, for example, at Zainab alayhi salam, when she lifted the body of Imam al-Hussein, she lifted it with all her power, with all her might, with all her grace, saying very calmly, Allahumma taqabbal minna hadha al-qurban. Oh God, accept from us this tribute to you. And in the same time, you would see that she would shed a tear and she would say, Ya Hussein, ya ibn ummi. she would be talking to this lifeless body in front of her, and indeed it is still living. وَلَا تَحْسَبَنَّ الَّذِينَ قُتِلُوا فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ أَمْوَاتًا بَلْ أَحْيَاءٌ عِنْدَ رَبِّهِمْ يُرْزَقُونَ. And do not think that those that have been killed in the way of God are dead people. No, they are indeed living. So even within the toughest times, even the emotion that was so immense, and the crying and beating the face or the chest or whatever Ahl al-Bayt did in Karbala, they did that not because they lost sanity, not because they lost control. They never lose control. They had the fullest control, and because they did that, they wanted to deliver this emotional message that will also display many things for us in the future. And as we all know, these nights are close to be concluded, and we need severely, especially in this night, to feel the pain of Al Imam Al Hussein and project it on ourselves. Many people ask, why cry on Al Imam Al Hussein? The reason for that is not only that the Prophet, peace be upon him, and his family has done that even in the first day of the birth of Al Hussein, and because of our Imams continued and told us that we need to attend such lectures and sermons. Al Imam al Sadiq, for example, has said, أحيوا أمرنا رحم الله من أحيا أمرنا. Revive our memories. May God have mercy on those that do that. And he has also said, إني لا أحب تلك المجالس. I, by God, love those majlis and lectures. And imagine, to this extent, we need to also believe that Ahl al-Bayt are present right here, right now with us. Let's take this narration. There was a person called Fudail. He was one of the companions of an Imam al-Sadiq. And Fudail wanted to have a lecture and also na'i, which is crying upon Al-Imam al-Hussein, secretly without even telling Al-Imam al-Sadiq. So he has done that. And because of that, he did not attend next to Al-Imam al-Sadiq in the mosque. And after that, Al-Imam al-Sadiq came to him and asked him, O Fudail, where were you yesterday? I did not see you attending. So Fudail said, oh, I was just attending to some business. He did not tell him the entire truth. He did not lie, but still he did not expose the reasons for any other reason that he has within his heart. So Al-Imam al-Sadiq told him, no, yesterday you had lectures and sermons regarding Al-Hussein. Right then, Fudail was shocked and was saying, oh Sadiq, how did you know that? So Imam Sadiq told him, oh Fudail, when you were exiting the majlis, when you were exiting the place, didn't you stumble upon a piece of cloth from robes of some person that you did not know while you were exiting? And he said, yes, how did you know that? So he said, oh Fudail, this robe over there was me. It was the remainder of my robe. I was there crying with you upon Imam al-Hussein. And so Fudail said, but, O son of the Grand Prophet, why didn't you come to the front? You are a person of high status. You are our Imam. You shouldn't sit next to the door. You should sit next to the pulpit. So Al-Imam al-Sadiq told him something that broke Fudail's heart. He told him, O Fudail, when I entered into this lecture, I seen my grandmother Fatima al-Zahra sitting next to the pulpit. So I couldn't get my heart to come and sit next to her. She has her respect. I have to sit back at the back of the lecture. And so within this night, the final night, the 10th of Muharram, Al-Imam al-Hussein was walking behind the tent, and he was crying ever so softly. So Zainab was inside the tent.